Welcome back, everyone. Today we got mail, and if you notice the new background, everything is because I'm in the new farmhouse. We don't have everything done yet. No electric, no water, sewers like that. But the new house, is at the farm now. So here in the next month or few, we'll actually be living here on the farm full time. But besides that, like I said, we got mail, and this is going to be our seed. So shipped to us by Haas out of Georgia. I've already cut the box open because it makes it a lot easier, but let's get into it. Off with some packaging. And first is this paper. That is a receipt of what all we ordered, and it was packaged by Myra. So Myra, thank you. This is awesome. Let's see what we got. I already know what all I ordered. I'm just sharing it with y'all so you can actually see what we're going to be growing. This should be our small packages. Start off here. Looks like a information for a Haas Gardening Club. I'll look into that off camera. Starting off, we're going to be growing Silver Queen okra. Looks like I got 50 seeds of that. So you're looking forward to that. I had good reviews and everything, so that's part of the reason why I picked it. You can't go wrong with cowhorn okra. That's probably between that and Star of David is probably the most common. But also got another 50 count of that. So we'll be pretty hooked up with okra. And last but not least, nothing is better on the 4th of July than watermelon. We got 30 seeds of the Sweetie Pie hybrid watermelons. Based off what I was reading on them, they get to be about the size of a bowling ball, and they just look really good. So really looking forward to those. Now into our corn. The first variety that we'll be planting is the Jubilee Hybrid Super Sweet Corn. We're growing this sweet corn. This will be the first seed that we actually plant here probably end of March, beginning of April, depending on what the weather's doing at that particular time. I have 1,000 seeds of that. So that's another one I'm really looking forward to because I love sweet corn. All right. Now on to our field corn. It's a 1 pound bag of Jimmy Red. And if you haven't seen what Jimmy Red looks like, I'll post a quick picture of what it looks like. And this stuff is really, it's got a deep red color, almost a burgundy color. It's known for its flavor. It's known for a high starch production, which will be great for our mill. So really looking forward to that one. And last but not least, we have our Reed's Yellow Dent. I also have a 1 pound bag of seed for that. What caught my eye and made me want to get this is because it said it was extremely drought tolerant. So Oklahoma summers, especially where we're at here in northeast Oklahoma, the summers can get really hot and really dry. Now, there's times we might get rain. The last rain might show up at the end of May, maybe that first week of June, and we might not see rain again until September. It's happened. I've seen it happen. Sometimes this last summer has been kind of a weird anomaly. We've had a ton of rain this last summer, and we had a really mild summer, so I don't know if that's going to affect the Reed's Dent being drought tolerant. That means it's used to having less water or more water. I don't know. We'll see, hopefully, what it will do. And hopefully it's a good year. It also produces large ears. I've kind of been debating on whether to only plant, say, 3/4 of each, and then planting I'm going to stagger the planting. That way they don't cross-pollinate. But I'm debating on saving some seed back from the Reeds and the Jimmy Red so I can plant them together. So maybe I can cross pollinate the two and maybe get a hybrid that is a deep red corn that produces large ears and is drought tolerant. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to do some more research on it and see if that's really possible, if that's really how the genetics with crops and corn actually works. I know you can do that with livestock. You can breed for trading and traits, but we're really going to experiment with that with the corn possibly. So looking forward to that. So that is what all we got from Haas, and also just huge shout out and great response time. I put this order in end of last week and I got this in the mail yesterday. I put the order in, I think it was Friday of last week, and it was showed up Wednesday the following week. So, and that's coming all the way from Georgia to Oklahoma. Really fast. The packaging looks excellent. Everything is vacuum sealed. I'm really looking forward to this year. So, with a lot of luck and some good fortune, this should be a pretty great year. So, once again, I'd like to thank Haas for the seeds. I did pay for all this. This isn't a sponsorship deal for Haas sending me stuff. I did buy all this, but if Haas does see this video and want to send me some stuff to kind of try out and publicize, that'd be awesome too. But I think that's going to be it for today. Kind of a short and sweet video. And another thing before I forget, the viewership on these last few videos have just been kind of poor from what they used to be. The YouTube subscriptions are free, so if you're not subscribed, please do so. It helps build the channel and gets me more views, or possibly I can do this full time and provide entertainment for people. Also share it. Share it on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Help grow the channel. And that's basically the only thing I ask from my viewers is just help me grow. On another note, it looks like the deer have found the wheat field and they've been munching on it pretty heavy. I haven't decided if I'm just going to try to build a fence around the wheat field and the future cornfield, or if I'm just going to try to talk to my local game warden and see if I can get some depredation permits, and maybe that will be enough of a deterrent. You can see they've tracked it up pretty good, and you can see in certain spots where they've been really just mowing it down. The deer have been just running rampant through the field. But right there is where the cornfield is going to be. I'm thinking sometime mid-February we're going to break ground right there, and I think it's going to be also right at about an acre plot for the corn, the watermelons, and the okra. So stay tuned for that, and we're very excited about our very soon future. And to close out the video, I figured we'd close it out in the old house. We're probably going to be here for another month, maybe two, but hopefully not too much longer, and that means we'll be moved into our new house. But back to the whole deer problem with the wheat field. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions on how to deter the deer away from the field. If they're already a problem with the wheat field, I know they're going to be a problem with the corn and the watermelon and probably the okra. And I don't want to get rid of them entirely, because contacting a game warden for depredation is a last resort. I don't want to have to do that. I enjoy the deer herd that's around us, and they're starting to have a few good deer that are just fun to watch. So maybe an electric fence or or a netting. I don't want to have to spend a whole lot of money because I'm trying not to spend a lot of money. It kind of defeats the purpose of doing this, especially if we're going to do this farming for profit, maybe here in the next few years. But I know sometimes those investments have to be made, but if we can keep from it, I would like to do that. Well, that's enough of me rambling. I'd like to thank y'all for watching and hope to see y'all in the next one.